Welcome to Murphy, Sam, and Jodi after the show. And Jodi was talking about a phenomenon between daughters and moms that I don't really think happens between dads and sons. Of this whole shirt borrowing thing and there's no permission being asked up front, right? The girls just kind of go in your dresser.
It's not just shirts. I mean, it's just mom's stuff. I've had lip gloss go missing, and then I find it in their bathroom. All kinds of things. Now, it's funny because it's karma, because I did it to my mother. There comes a time when you're a teenage girl and you can fit into your mom's clothes, and your mom usually has better clothes than you.
Yeah.
Now, there's not always the agreement on what's, fashion, what works fashion-wise. Like
differences between generations, is that what you mean?
Sure. So not everything in my mom's closet did I want to borrow back then, but some things I did, and I would wear them. Like, I'm going out with my friends, and if she wasn't around, I would wear it.
Yeah.
Ask forgiveness, not permission, sort of a thing, and I did it a lot. And I can remember it being a problem at times, where you need to ask me because that's expensive, and da-da-da-da-da, And then it's so funny that it's happening now. Now, I remember it early on. I remember picking up Taylor and Phoebe from school one day when Taylor was in junior high, and driving up and looking at her and seeing that she was wearing my shoes. And that was when she could first fit into my shoes. And I don't think that was a fashion thing for her. That was a last minute morning. I can't find my shoes. Let me grab mom's.
Oh, really?
So, but it hasn't happened a lot because Taylor and Phoebe are nothing like my, they don't like my same jewelry. They don't really like my same fashion. And that's been wonderful, except for certain things like T-shirts with cute little writings on them and stuff.
Yeah.
Taylor just walked out of the house in one of my favorite T-shirts the other day. And I'm like, whoa, where'd you get that? And she goes, out of your drawer. I'm like, where'd you get that permission? But and then Phoebe does it to Taylor when Taylor's gone. Little sister goes into big sister's room, and there's a lot of shirt sharing going on.
Yeah, Maddie has told me a bunch of times how she takes some of her mom's stuff.
Yeah.
But that's the first time I've ever had to deal with that because, I have
never
4
had a
boys
daughter,
on top
right.
of it. Like Murphy said.
It's a thing.
I don't know what that phenomenon is, especially the whole not asking permission part. But for me, maybe this is just a me thing. I have a hang up about wearing other people's clothes. I just can't do it. It's a mental thing. It's not that the clothes are dirty. It's not that I'm afraid. It's just that because it is somebody else's, it does not feel right when it's on me.
Really?
And whenever I've worn somebody else's T-shirt the whole day, I'm like, yeah, this is not mine. It freaks me out. I don't know what that is.
I guess it's a good thing it doesn't. Well, maybe you've not spent your life doing it. When I was a young girl, before I started stealing my mom's clothes, I would share clothes with my friends. When I go spend the night with my friend Jerry Ann, she had these I will never forget this. My mom and dad would not buy me Guess jeans. This was the 80s.
Yeah.
Because Guess jeans were expensive.
Yeah.
And I wanted them badly, and my family couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
So it was like, I'm sorry. You can guess what they are, but they're not going to be Guess. I remember that joke. It stung. But anyway.
Wow. That's the first time I've heard that.
Anyway, I remember going to Jerry Ann's house, and she had a pair of older Guess jeans, and she was going to get rid of them because she was getting new Guess jeans. And I was like, She goes, you want them? I'm like, yes. And I wore those. They were already kind of worn, and I wore them even more. And then when they were ratty, I cut them off and wore them as cut-off shorts. So anyway, I'm a girl, and I've been doing that with my friends as long as I can remember. So it's not weird to me to wear somebody else's clothing if it's what I want to wear.
Yeah,
right?
But
you feel that?
It all seems to be it really does seem to be one of those men-women divide things, or not divide, but where we're totally different, because I never borrowed friends' clothes.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I don't borrow grown-up men's clothes, my son's
It's too
clothes.
intimate for you? Is that it?
My kids have never asked me, can I wear this dad or wear that dad because it's cool?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like guys, at least in my circle, guys don't do that.
I mean, I think the only thing I ever borrowed from my dad were his platform shoes.
Well,
I had never seen them before, so it made me like 3 inches taller.
What it sounds like is that you may not be in touch with this, but it sounds like it's too intimate for you. If somebody else's
guess,
shirt, it doesn't feel right on your body, and that's personal.
Yeah,
that's
maybe that
personal.
is the reason, but. The reason I didn't borrow from my siblings were because they're younger than me, and one brother, one sister, so I only had one choice there. But my brother's clothes were always a little bit smaller than mine because he was younger than me.
So it makes
I guess if it was a situation where, like, I don't know, you were swimming into friends or you spilled something and you needed to change a shirt, got caught in the rain or something like that, then yeah, I would wear a borrowed shirt. But as long as I was wearing it, I was like, this is not my shirt.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is in my head.
That's strange.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to, when you brought this up, I thought you were going to tell me you have a problem with me wearing your shirts because I do sometimes. And
Oh, no. I actually, now see, that's what's funny. I love that, actually. I
Why?
think it's cool. I don't know why. When you or the girls wear my shirts, it's almost like it's a compliment of some sort.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't know what that is either, you know?
It's because Maddie has taken some of my T-shirts before.
That's
Right. And
worn
don't you
them.
think it's cool?
Yeah, and I don't say, hey.
Right.
It's just like, nah.
Then it's a male to
it's
female
yours.
dynamic
you can have it,
thing.
Or if you're done with it, give it back and I'll put it. But yeah, if she wants any of my stuff, she can have it.
Yeah.
It's a male to female thing.
Both Taylor and Phoebe love this Hawaiian shirt that I got for a party a long time ago. It's not something I would really wear because it screams aloha. You know? And but they both love that shirt, and every time they're wearing it, I just think it's super cool that they wear it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so cute.
That's
Yeah.
weird, isn't it? It's funny how in my head I can't wear somebody else's clothes, but when somebody else is wearing mine, I think it's kind of cool. But
Yeah.
and that may be just a daddy-daughter thing. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Or a spouse thing, or
Yeah.
I think it's a man to woman thing, a male to female
But
thing.
I still don't understand, to me, just the basic, because our girls are very polite and thoughtful and considerate. Why would they just go grab a shirt out of your dresser, wear it, and not tell you?
You know
and
what?
why would you do
what
that to
can
your
I
mom?
say? I did it to my mother because you don't want to ask permission. Honestly, she probably didn't want me to tell her no because she needed the shirt and she was almost going to be late for work, so she was just going to dart. And maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Well, it's like you said.
I was a
it's
teenage
easier
girl.
to ask forgiveness and permission.
Yes, it's okay with me because I did it. I've been there, and it's just a shirt.
Yeah.
I would never make her go to. Now I did tell her that's a favorite T-shirt.
Yeah.
The way it feels, and everything. It's a really favorite. So I'm like, you take care of that, and I don't want any stains on it.
Now,
what I
Murphy,
said.
you do have to agree that the one thing guys do back and forth, though, is stuff like tools and
Oh, yeah.
That's
stuff
not
like
too
that.
intimate,
No.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, it's like a badge of honor when you get to borrow somebody else's tool.
Uh-huh.
is it?
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Of course it is.
It's like, okay, if you're the one that's being borrowed from, it's like, of course I
have that for you.
But if you are borrowing it from a friend, yeah, it's just like
It's like, yeah,
it's like
great.
that camaraderie.
Right.
You got a pressure washer? Can I borrow it? Yeah, sure.
It's because
All
you guys
right.
attach a lot of value to those things. So the fact that he
Inanimate
would
objects.
give you his pressure washer means he must think you are his dude.
Yeah.
Well, and the other
Right.
thing is, when you're finished with it, man, you clean it up. It looks special. You want to make sure when you return it, it looks like a brand new tool.
That's respect for what it is, and their friendship,
Yeah.
and the friendship.
I guess so.
That's a guy code thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Very cool. We've learned a lot about the sexes today, have we not?
Yeah.
Yeah, you share clothes, we share tools.
Yeah.